speaking to him about healing with Ahanu. We spoke to him 2-3 weeks ago about the ice baths that people get into. And it was a quick chat. And I'm like, no, man, come through with it. And he's like, cool, I'll come through with it. Ahanu, you're so tall. In the picture, you look so short. Why did I assume you were short?
I have no idea.
Maybe because of the Chinese shamans, they're always short. So I assumed. Thank you for coming.
Oh, it's an absolute pleasure. Thank you for the workout.
How are you?
Good.
Yes, and I didn't want to tell you about the workout.
No.
Because I'm like, everybody needs a workout.
No, I understand why security was saying,
Upset. They were upset, ne?
Yeah.
Is that your tripod?
This is my tripod.
Okay, set it up nicely. Are you going to go live on TikTok?
No, just going to make a video.
Or just to record?
Just to record.
Okay, so bring it closer to you because it seems like it's a bit...
No, it's perfect.
Is it
perfect.
on now?
Yeah, it will be now.
Oh, nice. So am I going to be on your page, Ahanu?
If you would like.
I would love. Because I thought, the only way to be on Ahanu's page, you must get into the ice bath.
You got to get into the ice bath. And then not everybody wants to be on.
They don't want to be in the ice bath.
They want to be in the ice bath, but some of them not on
TikTok. The video. I can understand though, but I want to be on your page.
Blessings.
Yeah, but then your video can't see me unless she
real
takes
quick,
it.
real quick.
Real quick, I must come. Oh, hello, everybody.
Hey, Pauline. Say hello.
I'm going to be on Ahanu's page. Hey.
And my lovely wife, Sonica, are you in?
Oh, that's your wife?
Yeah, of course.
Oh, hi, Sonica. You are so pretty, too. Very nice. Okay, I love it. Okay, so welcome to Out and About.
Thank you.
Thank you for making time to come in.
Of course.
I know you're a busy guy.
Let me take some of these layers off. It's warm in here.
Yes, it's very hot as the lights. Tell me about you.
There we go. Much better.
You on your page it says you're a traditional healer?
Elemental traditional healer.
Yeah, what is that?
I'm going to put this on my eyes. Very sensitive to light. Is that
okay.
I had measles when I was 33. And since then the light really affects not my vision, but my sensitivity to light, to heat.
I'm also sensitive to light. But this light is fine.
So elemental traditional healer means I use the elements of the earth. So be it plants, be it water, be it fire, be it wind, everything for along those elements for healing. So whereas, even crystals, part of the earth, stones, part of the earth. And we can use them to determine certain outcomes or to do a reading, as we say. But I feel everything that we need to heal is within inside of us. We just need to have it awakened.
So you don't use anything external?
Look, sometimes we do go to medicine, but I try to stay away from Western medicine. I like to keep it as natural as possible.
Oh, right. So what would be natural to you?
Anything that grows from the ground.
Okay.
Anything that grows from the ground, be it trees, be it leaves, be it plants, water.
Even just water you can use.
Yes, of course. That's why we do the ice bath. Because it's a completely natural element, and we, spend the first 9 months of our lives in water. Hopefully 9 months. It's natural to us, yet we try and shy away from it. We try and run. Some people run faster than others.
So scared of it. Scared to swim. Okay, today we're going to be talking about chakras. But then before we get there, where are you based? Like, do people come to your practice specifically when they need to heal? So
look, we do go out to people. Sometimes some people will say, "Can you come out to our? We're shooting." A reality show. Can you bring your baths and come there? So we do go on site. We have been down to Durban. We have been out to Pretoria to do ice baths. But generally, people come to us, and we're in Bryanston. But we're in this transitional phase at the moment where we are saying to people we are moving at the end of May, and we're going into a new wellness center in Hurlingham, so not too far, still in the area.
Okay. How long have you been doing this kind of work?
4 years, 5 years. No. I guess my whole life, yes, but officially, wearing the cloth, wearing the clothing, the beads, about 4 years.
Oh, those beads?
Yes. Well, they've changed over the years.
Okay.
Started off smaller, and then got a little bigger.
Can you tell us the significance of those beads?
So I sit in ceremony with one or two of my gobelas, and we will make these beads in terms of what they see for me. In terms of protection, in terms of...
Gobela?
Gobela.
Oh. Are you a Sangoma?
Traditional healer. I don't like the phrase Sangoma. I believe it's very well understood, But for me, I fear Sangoma has the tendency to bring back a lost love, or to make certain male parts get bigger.
Goodness gracious us. Oh, you don't like that?
I don't like that stigmatism attached to it.
But I was trying to get to the core of, are you the traditional healer that I, like, because we call them Masangoma,
Yes.
Oh, okay.
And I have, because traditionally we would go into the river to cleanse. And I sat for many hours in prayer, many days in prayer, asking for another way to do it. And that's when we were presented with the ice bath. Is to say, you can still do it, and this is how to do it. Because Sonica and myself, Sonica tried to convince me to do an ice bath once, and I was like, no. And I watched her do it, and I regretted not doing it for 2 weeks.
Oh, wow.
And then the moment I got into that water, 2 weeks later, everything made sense. Everything sort of click into place. It's phenomenal.
I really want to do it, and I'm still gathering the courage and the strength.
Well, we should do it, and let's make a show of it as well. Why not?
Yeah, definitely.
Yes.
I should do it right when there's a cold front, like top the chart.
Yes. Go to the extreme.
Yes.
Because it's not going to make a difference to you when you're in the water.
Yeah, no, I know.
Sunshine or rain or cold outside, it's not going to make any difference.
Yeah, true. Oh, that's actually a very good way of thinking about it. Yeah, okay, so when you become a traditional healer, do you have to have, my mom was a traditional healer, but she passed away more than 20 years ago. So I never really spoke to her about it because I was younger. So I thought, just that, okay. And we were never really the family that talks. So when you become a traditional healer, do you have to speak to ancestors?
You do, and we do. The conversation doesn't always go as people think. And that's this. And we were chatting about this when I said, not everything you read on Google is accurate. It is a conglomerate of people's opinions made into fact. So the way, certain people speak to Sangoma is through prayer, through dreams. Amadlozi is through dreams, through prayer, through sensations. Literally that sort of part of it, what happens with me is we almost play the game you play when you were kids and you're going hot, cold, hot when you're trying to find something. Yeah. And for me, that's how it feels. It's a feeling, it's a sensation that comes through me when I'm doing something I shouldn't be doing or I'm doing something I am doing. As I'm doing it, I'm going in the right way and I can feel it all through me. When I stray, I can feel them pulling me back. We were driving to it was Mpumalanga, I think it was a year or two ago. And even now I'm getting goosebumps thinking about it. As we got into almost the highest peak, the highest mountain en route to the place we were going, I had to open the windows. And it was a hot day and aircon was on. I had to open the windows because they wanted to speak. You can ask Sonic, I sat up and I said, I feel like everything's being clicked into place, like almost like they were working on me, like click, click, click. I can still feel it. And in that way, I knew that was exactly where I was supposed to be.
Were your ancestors also in the lineage, if you know of, that was traditional traditional healer?
So on this, to answer that question and this is where it gets a little bit challenging and confusing for some, is I don't subscribe to one lineage.
Okay.
So I work with the shamans in Peru, in South America.
Oh, okay.
Traditional healers here, ancestors here on this land. The same thing in India. I have connections to lineage in India. So all of them channel through me at the same time. Some become a little bit more dominant than the other, and then they take turns. Almost like with the chakra system. We have a dominant chakra that's ruling us at the moment, and I do say the word ruling us. And when they're all in alignment, then you will feel, they're all in alignment, you will feel everything, decision you make is congruent within self.
Okay. Are you Peruvian?
No, I'm Lebanese.
Lebanese.
Yes.
Oh, okay. So how do you connect with the distant relatives? Or is it just the people that you're working with?
No. It's the energies that I'm working with. Yes, it's like I said to you, everything comes down to energy. Everything comes down to frequency. There are, physical human beings walking this planet that I do work with, but when they are not around, then I go back to the spiritual side, and not spiritual in terms of, an understanding, connecting to that spirit. Because everything inside of us has a consciousness. Everything inside around us has a consciousness, has energy. If you're able to find stillness and peace, you can connect to that.
Yeah. Now to the chakras. Okay. And so you said that it's how you feel. Like there's no like one generic response or like conversation that it's a go-to, but it's about how you feel.
I would always say
where
that.
are my chakras?
So pinpoint the middle of your body. So
Like
straight line. So the easiest way to do it is to find your spinal column, which is obviously behind
the
you.
back, yeah.
So that indicates our straight line, our straight path. And then from the top of that to the root, you'll find your chakras along there. Energy centers. So from the top of your crown all the way down to your sitting bone.
Okay. All the way down here.
Yes.
Okay. So that's why when you sit in a yoga position, you sit with your feet like this?
So that's a very comfortable way to sit. And it is the most conducive to opening a channel in terms of a straight line.
Okay.
Sitting like that.
Let me see if I can sit like that.
Give it a go.
But I'm on the chair, so... All right, let's see. Okay. And then, so you must sit straight, like sit...
Yes. So in doing that, you are positioning the tailbone or the root chakra
to the floor.
Onto the ground.
The floor, okay.
Yes, onto the earth, onto the floor, however you want to refer to it.
How many chakras do we have?
So the common one the ones that everybody knows is 7.
7.
And they control the other 107.
Okay. So I've got here.
So go a little bit higher. So you have your crown, then touch your forehead, third eye.
This is the third eye.
Then is the third eye. Then drop down to your throat chakra, just on your neck, yes. Slightly lower down to your heart chakra.
Here.
Yeah, find your heart space a little bit lower. There you go.
So there's a chakra here as well.
Yeah, so that's your throat chakra.
And down here as well.
Then you go to the heart chakra. And about 4 inches below that, solar plexus.
This one.
A little bit lower.
A little bit lower.
There we go.
Oh, this one.
And then solar plexus.
Solar plexus.
That is where we have all our action. That is where we make our moves. That's where we make decisions, where we take a step forward.
Here.
Yes. And if you look where it is, it's very much in the middle of us. So it's a very dominant chakra. And if that one is a little bit quiet, you'll find the others are not talking to each other because they have to pass through that chakra and the heart to chat. Then beneath that, just under the belly button, you've got your sacral.
Under the belly button.
Under the belly button, about 2 inches under the belly button, you've got your sacral. And then the root is your absolute last bit of the spinal cord.
Right at the bottom.
Right at the bottom.
Here. Yeah. Okay. The root.
The root chakra.
Oh, okay. If I'm looking for alignment every day, because like you said, I also believe everything we need is inside us. We possess the power.
Correct.
All of us. You just have to know about it and locate it and be okay with it.
And sometimes you need some help in unlocking that potential within inside of you, because there's things, we don't know what we don't know. Ignorance is not an insult in any way. Ignorance is simply the absence of knowledge.
Yeah.
So without it, and if we always, Sonic and I profess a lot about lived experience, about being an authentic healer through lived experience, through your traumas that you go through. You have the pilot who's done a few thousand hours of flying, or do you want the kid straight out of college or aviation school? Experience versus knowledge. And when they come together, that's powerful. That's a beautiful place to be.
Okay, so...
But I interrupted you. Please carry on.
No, but I mean, that's a very good analogy. I mean, I went in a book about the power that we all possess. If I sit in silence every day and I try to go into myself, not every day, but when I get a moment to say, I need alignment, because sometimes you feel uneasy, just like, why do I feel so uneasy today? Just like, did something wrong happen? Is something wrong going to happen? Am I stressing about something that I can't really pinpoint because of things, many things that, and you want to sit and just find alignment. It's important to know where your chakras are. And then once you can feel yourself aligning, how do I do it successfully? Because the mind is always
I'm going to answer that based on everything you've just done, if that's okay.
Yeah.
So when you started the question, you were talking about I feel scattered. I feel unsettled. Where am I going to go? What kind of decisions am I going to make? But how do I feel? And as you were talking and you moved out of your head space into your heart space, everything slowed down. How do I find alignment? I keep hitting this mic. How do I find alignment? And then you slow it down. The head is going to, it's the most advanced computer on the planet. The mind, the brain, it's going to run at 1,000,000 miles an hour.
Always.
And are we so egoic that we think we can control it? I like to think not. So what we need to do is we need to give the mind something else to do.
Okay.
So we need to offer it another thing.
Okay.
Sadhguru always says, if you have diarrhea, stop eating. If you have mind diarrhea, verbal diarrhea, stop talking. So in this regard, all we do is we give the mind something else to do.
Okay.
So right here, right now in this space, there's different sounds that you hear around you. Even though this room is quite nice and quiet, there's still sounds. If you really go inside and quieten down, you'll hear a little bit of talking outside. You'll maybe hear a car driving past, and it is not to attach to that sound, to simply acknowledge what it is. To say, it is a car, I'm okay with it. Not, ooh, there's a sound, it's disturbing me. The moment we attach a label and a sensation to something, we create separation. Now that is our enemy. So if we suddenly go, breathe, give the mind something to do, focus on the breath, focus on the thought of the breath, focus on the chakra system, breathing into the chakras, down into the root, up to the crown, out again. Within 5 or 6 minutes, you will have peace that you've never experienced before, amidst chaos.
So it's about breath.
Always about breath.
Technique.
Always coming back to the breath.
Breath technique.
Breath technique.
Okay.
It's nice, slow breath in. Same breath we use in the ice bath. 2 seconds in, 4 seconds out. Do 3 or 4 of those. I know we're on radio, but no one can see Puling's face. That smile is incredible.
We are streaming on YouTube, so
fantastic.
your camera is over there.
Oh, you're YouTubers.
My camera is over there. So I was just thinking, how's my hair?
But you see, in that moment, it didn't matter.
Yeah, I've got an issue with breath. I feel like it's not going in. Like when I'm breathing, I'm like, I feel like my chest is stuck. You know, so crazy.
That's an ice bath will help you with that as well. I know I'm advocating for ice baths, but when we get into the ice bath, the first thing we do is we go, we breathe here. Take that same breath into the belly, then bring it back up. Panic attack, stop, instant.
Okay, because I feel like, and then I feel like it's stuck. I feel like my breath is stuck. I feel like my chest is
So use that same
heavy.
breath. Try again, but now bypass the chest and breathe into your belly.
Okay,
So actually feel your belly rise. If your shoulders are lifting, your belly is not rising.
Yeah, it's just that it's stuck here. Here it's stuck.
Okay.
And then you get dizzy. That's another thing.
Because the air is not moving through you at 100%. So when we hyperventilate is when we get dizzy, because the air is not filling our lungs completely. So and you can actually feel it in the base of your spine. Take the same breath, move it out the crown.
Yeah, I still feel dizzy. It's such a weird thing. I feel dizzy, like if I push down, I don't know. Maybe it's because I'm doing a lot of things at once. Okay, let's take a break. I'm going to take a break and then we'll continue with the next. I tried that. I think maybe I'm doing it rushed as well. I must just come there for like a proper breath. You know, at drama school, they used to tell us you must shake it out. Okay, let's take a break. We'll be back.
Africa in Business on Channel Africa.
The president of the Arab Bank for Economic Development in Africa, Badea, Dr. Sidi Ould Tah, he is vying for the presidency of the African Development Bank, the AFDB. He positions himself as a fervent defender of economic integration and structural transformation on the African continent.
So I do believe that I have a 360 view of the development challenges in the continent with with my experience from both the supply side and the demand side. But more importantly, my vision is to bring on board all the stakeholders and to have a holistic approach for the development of the continent and to develop partnership across the continent and outside the continent, bringing all the stakeholders together to work for one goal is to make Africa green for life and livelihood of the African population.
Bringing the African markets into your home. Channel Africa, the African perspective. Hi there. Do you want to elevate your business and give it a voice in South Africa and Africa as a whole? Well, in that case, let Channel Africa make this a possibility. Channel Africa is willing to advertise your business for as little as 30,000 rands or $1,719.18. To get access to these great rates, send all requests to mokoenata@SABC. That's MOKOENATA@SABC. Channel Africa.